Hello and welcome. You're watching Cricbuzz Live in association with our fantasy partner, My 11 Circle. We have Joy Bhattacharjya and Harsha Bhogle who are joining me here on this rather upside down kind of situation. I'll explain that to you, right? Normally, a team gets their runs in the power play and then in the death. Mumbai today got about 30 in the first 5, about 30 in the last 5, and got 100 from 5 to 15. But then it's not upside down because Mumbai loses their first game and then wins the trophy. So it is service as per usual, Joy.
No, absolutely. I mean, it reminds me of this one thing that normally in cricket, when they have T20 scores, it's called a bathtub curve. You start well, you go down, the run rate goes down, then it goes up again,
Yeah.
And here, instead, we've got a Dolly Parton swimming curve. I mean, just going the wrong way. I just cannot understand.
What did you say, Joy?
First of all, I want to tell you that only people who will know that it is inappropriate are geriatrics like us. There are millennials out there who are going, what? Huh? I just want to tell you that Joy has
said, gets Googled.
I'm telling you, this is Joy being his risque best, but it is right. But it's the opposite. Let's just call it an overturned bathtub. Yes, let's just call it that.
Correct. I didn't think I would see a day. When Gaurav Kapur would try to be correct and Joy would be risky. Kya zamana aa gaya?
Sir, it is ulta pulta day. I'm telling you, it's an upside down day today. Everything is upside down, as you can see in the innings progression right here. The power play, just 40 runs. And then, of course, they got some runs from 7 to 11. There was a lot of quick fire acceleration there, thanks to Surya Kumar Yadav and Chris Lynn. They kept going pretty much from 12 to 16. And then kind of the wheels came off. Look at that, 24 for 5. Now, here's the thing. If you're a Bangalore fan, if you've been asked where has our team hurt the most in the last few years, you'd say our death overs bowling. Today, you come and you look at that and you go, what? We gave away only 24 and we took 5? And Harsha, they're looking at that. And as has been heard in the history of commentary, they'd be dancing in the aisles. If people were allowed in the aisles, they'd be dancing in the aisles, right? You're super happy as any team to get 5 for 24 in the death overs, more so if you're Bangalore.
And I'll tell you what else they've done. The team that makes the best off-season trades, Mumbai Indians, makes the best off-season trades. What did Bangalore do? They made an off-season. And look what Harshal Patel has done. Bowled at the death, took the pace off. The one thing, though, that I will say, I saw a lot of towels, but I didn't see it, and the ball was still gripping. So maybe there isn't that much due, but Harshal Patel was fantastic. Don't be surprised if they use him as a pinch hitter up at the top because of. So overall, I think Harshal Patel did well. Jamieson, fantastic debut. I thought Siraj really good in that 16-17 over phase. So you're right. Was an unusual one. Sorry, Joy, but we're sticking with that one now.
Yes, we will. Let's show you the summary now and see what's the target. 160 is the target that Bangalore's bowlers actually have managed to get for their batsmen. We'd have to give it to their bowlers because there was a time when Mumbai was looking like Joy. They'd fly away to 200 easy, 190, 200. They brought them down to 159. That's all on their bowlers. Jamieson was super impressive today. Harshal Patel with his change of pace. But as they say in Hindi, is pitch pe ball phas raha tha. It's getting a bit stuck, isn't it?
Yeah, see, I think two things. One of the things that we don't give enough credit for is how well exactly Surya Yadav, the Chris Lynn and Ishan Kishan batted. They batted very well. There are a couple of shots Ishan Kishan hit and a couple of shots that Surya hit where they cut it through the gaps. They were waiting for the ball. It was not an easy pitch to bat on. These guys made it look easy, and therefore they fooled us by thinking that anyone can bat like that. But once the wickets started falling and the guys came in late, they didn't have enough time to adjust. They started getting out. And I mean, full credit to Harshal. Remember, very interesting story. Last year, Delhi Daredevils, pre-IPL, he has this fantastic relationship with Ricky Ponting. And Ricky Ponting, he says, I've really learned so much from Ricky Ponting. I'm learning. 2 matches in, injures his hand against the Kings 11, and he's gone. He never comes back. Delhi trades him after that. He never comes back. He comes later, doesn't play Mushtaq Ali, doesn't play anything, recovers, And look what he's done today. I mean, it's absolutely fantastic. It's a great journey for him. And he must have thought, where am I? What opportunity do I get? Suddenly I come in the first match of the next IPL after being knocked out after 2 matches, 5 for 27 and death over bowling, which is Bangalore's traditional weakness.
I just have to tell you, Harsha, if anybody started watching the tournament this year, they'd be thinking, what's Joy talking about? Who are the Daredevils and who's Kings 11, right? But there you go.
You know what that is called?
Who are these people he speaks of? Who are these people?
It's called the Parton effect. It's called the Parton effect.
Dolly. 8th, 16th, 18th, 20th. That is not easy for anyone. That's a tall order to ask. It looked like he would just bowl the 1 over after the 8th. When we came a Cricbuzz combox, Harsha, it looked like he would only bowl that 1 over. The captain trusts you to bowl 16th, 18th, 20th. Wow, you really... I mean, this is just amazing. He's just been amazing today. The dot balls, they're 12 as well. And I know that in all of this, I feel like Kyle Jamieson will get overshadowed a bit because he didn't get these many wickets. And a 5-4 is very special, especially in the T20 game for any player. And full credit to Harshal Patel. But Jamieson as well has bowled 11 or 12 dot balls in his first game, 13 actually. So more than half of his deliveries have been dot balls. That's amazing.
Siraj did well. Jamieson, I thought, was excellent. And I think it would be fair to say, looking down that list, that Harshal Patel has benefited to some extent from the pressure that came through from Siraj and Jamieson. From Harshal Patel, he's one of the journeyman guys. Day in, day out, he comes, runs in hard. He opens the batting. He's captain of his state side. He goes and opens the batting, produces some runs there. What I will say in the reply, though, is that they'll have to go hard at the top. I think, in all fairness, sometimes we comment on the pitch report. It did as the ball gets older, and I think we did see that.
Mohammad Siraj, especially today, it was not a good day for him. There was a catch dropped. Not dropped. I think Washington Sundar just completely misjudged that, ran way in Joy. And then the next over, he drops a catch himself. He must be like, oh, God, what's going on? But he's bowling against, the top of the pops, like they say. And he's really kept it together. He's not let it go. But I want to have a quick look after this. I want to have a quick look at the Bangalore fielding effort as well. They could have really reigned in Mumbai, even below this 160 target that they managed to get, because there was some dismal fielding today.
Yeah, they were too eager. And I think the ground fielding early on was not bad. But the catching just let them down. And for Virat to drop a catch, okay, it was a hard shot, but somebody of the class of Virat Kohli normally gobbles this up, And of course, Washington Sundar will be looking and saying, the one thing he would be saying is, God, let it not be a 4. Because if it's a 6, at least they'd say, it went over my head. The fact that it dropped in after that, captain saying, it goes a 4. You can't not miss it, So, I feel bad for him, but it's one of those things. Lots of nerves. I think when they finally got that catch in the boundary, sort of nerves started settling down. So, okay, fine. Yeah. We managed to rein them in. But I still have to say that even given Mumbai's, woes in first matches, this is not an easy pitch. And as Harsha said, 160 is not an easy target. Somebody needs to play either a flyer up front or somebody like AB has to play something special. It's not going to be easy.
Yeah, and it's not, Harsha, they can't go the way Bangalore usually likes to go, right? They like to go, like to go hammer and tongs, AB de Villiers, Glenn Maxwell, Daniel Christian. They like doing that. But here's the issue. This is not that kind of pitch. This is not the pitch for cross-batted. This is the pitch probably to play straight. This is not you can't hit your way out of trouble. And actually the Mumbai bowlers, who are extremely experienced, would have looked at what the Bangalore bowlers did in terms of purely change of pace. And they're going to we've got the experience of 20 overs of bowling to see, and we're going to use that now. When we bowl.
Watch out. Yeah, watch out for Dick Pandya's hard over or 2 from Karen Pollard as well. But they'll have to make that new ball count. If they can get wickets early with the new ball, then that'll make a big difference, because this side bat, it's not just guys who can turn up. They actually bat till number 9, because you've got Jamieson, Shahbaz, Harshal Patel, Washington Sundar. They're all all bat all the way down. So they'll have to bowl really well. At this stage, I'm going about 65-35 to RCB.
to Bangalore. And if you look at the Bangalore lineup, of course, you have Virat Kohli, who's going to be coming out to open. And with him is a youngster, Rajat Patidar. Devdutt Padikkal not available for the game today. They said health reasons. And Rajat Patidar has come. Unknown commodity for a lot of you, I know. So this is his T20 numbers. This is the reason why he's there. A healthy strike rate, an average of 35. From Madhya Pradesh, he's got 6 half centuries in those 22 games. So, and this tournament is all about watching youth, watching young players given this big stage and do really well. So inexperienced players as such to come and do well on a big stage, and people you've not seen enough of, and hoping that you get that here as well. But more than that, Joy, this chase purely depends upon Virat Kohli, right? If Virat Kohli is around till the 15th, 16th over, Bangalore wins.
Yeah, if Virat's over there till 15, 16, he wins. I mean, Rajat's actually not that young. He's about 26, 27. Experienced guy in domestic tournaments, can really bat well. I think he's got it in him. But again, the reason why he's here also is they had an extended camp early and he really impressed. Because, we know there are a lot of batsmen there bubbling in who they tried. They tried Mohammad Azharuddin as well, who's somewhere there. And Rajat was somebody in those practice matches that they really liked. So he's earned his place out here. And he's going to be exactly like Chris Lynn was today, saying that I don't know if Devdutt Padikkal comes back, I'll get a second chance or not. I better make this count.
Yeah, well, we sign off. I just want to say the same 3 people who were laughing at a Dolly Parton joke 10 minutes ago have just said a 26-year-old guy is not young. Do the math on that, yes? Do the math on that, all of you. Okay, so your call, Joy. 65-35 is what Harsha's gone with to Bangalore.
I'm actually going... I'm going to go slightly Bangalore, but 55-45, much closer than Harsha. I think they might struggle a bit.
Perhaps because this pitch might just be a little hard to bat on from the empirical data and the evidence that we've got right now. Okay, well, 160 is what they need to get, is what Bangalore need to get their campaign off to a flying start. And Mumbai, this seems like Mumbai doesn't really care because they keep losing their opening matches but win the title. But I'm sure they want to go for the win as well. That's all we have time for right now.
They want to do well. They're playing 5 games.
That's right, because this is a different tournament, completely different tournament, a different time, a different year. And I will just tell you that Washington Sundar has come out to open. It is something that he has done a lot of domestically. And you see that he is opening now. And, well, okay, so we're going to go. We're going to see you, Cricbuzz Combox, at the end of the 10th over. You were watching Cricbuzz Live in association with our fantasy partner, My 11 Circle.